Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. I don't know what's
Is he still not back? Is he still not here? Wow. I just I went out for a brief run, like, because I knew he'd be late. I just checked my phone after I ended my my gameplay stream, and I was just like, okay, let's do a reaction to the Rekieta thing. Still not live yet. You know, do I have to wait another hour? Am I in a different time zone? I have no idea. I mean, it's live. We're waiting for it, so I guess we could do like a recap while we're waiting. But yeah, I didn't have time to do anything other than eat and do some exercise. And before I came back on, like, should I have even bothered like leaving to begin with? Like, should it have been like one big long stream? I don't know. I'm kind of glad I took a break, but we're back now. We've moved on from gaming stuff, and now we're covering Rekieta stuff for the first time in I think a good while. It's been a while since I covered Rekieta at all, to the point where I don't necessarily know what's going on. I'm not following it every day, right? Sometimes like I watch Alyssa clips, sometimes I read Kiwi Farms, but that's it, right? I don't follow any other channels. I don't care what like other people in a sector are saying, right? You know, I wasn't even aware that like Ralph like and Rekieta like made up and become friends again, right? I've been kind of out of the loop for a while now, but now that I have a little bit more free time, I can get things done like earlier. And so like when Rekieta streams, I might be able to cover his stuff some more often. Maybe. So hopefully this is a regular occurrence going forward. I really regret not being able to cover Rekieta extensively because I knew this was going to blow up, right? You know, like I've been predicting that Rekieta was going to have a downfall since like 2019, but I wasn't able to do it. Wasn't able to stick with it. So like Alyssa clips and Kino Casino became way more well known for covering him. But hopefully that'll change soon. Hopefully we'll be able to stick with it this time and kind of cover like all the happenings that are happening in the sphere. So right now, the interesting tidbit is that Rekieta hasn't streamed in a couple of days, a while. Like last time I checked, he hasn't streamed in like forever. He got caught like April did a court appearance from his office, right? And he tried to play this off like it was a big deal, but it went against what he was telling his court, like what his relationship with April was. So it's suggestive. Oh, here we go. He's doing live. Okay. It's reaction stream window. Okay. All right. Let's see. His frame rate is shit. Either it's him or it's me. No, I think he went live early. No, or am I an idiot? If we knew this. No, I think Nick is the retard. What is the chat saying? Muted and horrible. No sound here either. The cause is, the effects are. I bet the problem is April sucking his dick somehow. This all ties back to April. Oh, hang on.
And it's muted again. I fucking hate everything.
You're an idiot. Like I check my settings before I go live.
So I'm not sure what the choppiness is. Eventually, this is gonna work.
Yeah, sure, Nick. You're a professional
Yeah,
live
sounds
streamer,
fancy.
and you don't know how this works.
Rid of this and this. Nope.
I haven't gotten a massage in a while.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Ah, he's
This is
going. He's already
amazing.
done. He's gonna go snort a line. He's gonna go fuck April.
How's the audio? Is the audio garbage too?
Wow, Nick. What an epic fail. What a failure.
This is amazing. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna reboot. I'll be right back. Sorry about this. 1 second.
Reboot. So is he gonna start a new stream? Like an idiot? You know, I had to do this a couple of times, but that was like OBS being wonky. So like a professional live streamer cannot figure out how to like his audio is shit and his audio is shit, right? I fired up a reaction stream within 15 minutes and I had like everything going. I set up the stupid theme song
I don't know what's up.
and everything. Like I did all of that in like what, like less than 5 minutes? I even went for a run and I ate. You know, I came prepared and I had like 5 minutes of preparation. Okay? How hard is it to do that, Nick? He's probably all whacked out. Probably. Like, again, I'm a streamer. I can tell you it's not hard, okay? Like, you're doing something wrong. I don't know. Could April be using the setup, and that's why it's all wonky? Like, do they have it at OnlyFans now? It's like, yeah, you don't want sound coming out if you're banging an OnlyFan model on stream, on cam. There's a typo in his title? Really? Well, I mean, I have typos myself, so. Elder Scrolls 6 is advertising the nightmare. Yep. That's worse than a Harmon Smith typo, yeah. Yeah, I've had some weird, like, typos in the past, for sure. But yeah, like, Nick's a retard. Like, this is one of the weird aspects of the lore that people don't talk about. Nick is supposedly a creative writing major. He has a degree in creative writing, and yet he's never written anything. He never will write anything. Like, again, like, what are you doing, Nick? Like, come on. How long is it going to take for him to come back on? It's still live. Like, what's he trying to fix? What's up, y'all? Yeah, everyone's there, yeah. Yeah, so he's talking about Dragon Age? Elder Scrolls 6? So he got Dragon Age confused with... Wow, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. I want to see him talk about Power World. Because I am the one person in the world who's qualified to talk about both Rekieta and Power World. Right? Like, you know, I am a Nostradamus for both. So, I am the one person who is qualified to talk about Rekieta's take on Power World. I really, really want to see him bungle his way through this. I really want to see him try. The instant he says, Power World is going to win this lawsuit, you know, they're completely fucked. Not only is the studio going to get shut down, not only is the store, Steam going to remove Power World and everything related to it, like, everybody involved with the creation of Power World is going to get the death penalty if Rekieta says that. So, yeah, I hope it happens. I hope it happens. It's going to be really amusing. It'll really demonstrate, like, Rekieta's inability to practice law if he makes that statement. But yeah, I haven't talked about Dragon Age at all. Like, I really feel like I don't care about woke stuff. Honestly. Like, oh, woke projects did badly. Okay. But they were bad even back when they were based, you know. Like Uncharted, The Last of Us, they were always bad, right? Like, nothing's really changed. You know, Mass Effect was pretty woke. Like, how many times have you ever seen any of these people, like, acknowledge that like, Knights of the Old Republic was woke, right? That Mass Effect was woke. That, like they always, like, skate around those kind of questions, don't they? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, dabbing on a Dragon Age, unless it's talking about Inquisition, because I think that has a lot of relevancy right now because of of how it was the 2014 game of the year, right? Like it was something that the Game Journos gave to BioWare because it was so woke. Like just like they did with Baldur's Gate 3, right? Like Inquisition is like the last decade's equivalent of Baldur's Gate 3, an RPG that everyone's just gonna forget about. So he went live and he doesn't even like unbelievable, but unbelievable. I guess I could bring up the Kiwi Farms thread so we know what's up. Let's see, Kiwi Farms. Okay. So yeah, the reason I had to stream this was because that Nick has. I saw on locals that he was specifically stating that he was going after Aaron. Like he said on locals. Like I don't think I saw anyone like post this, but he made a post on locals saying that like I didn't want to talk about Aaron before my case was concluded, but I'm gonna have to. So I'm just like, please do. Please give your perspective on this. Because Nick has given like shockingly little perspective on like Aaron and like his role in like the polycule, right? Like how this happened exactly. So I really want to see what like how Nick copes about this, how he angles this, because it's really unfortunate. Everybody involved in the polycule is a retard, right? Nick, Kayla, Aaron, April, everyone, right? So the thing is, though, Aaron made a very big mistake in going on every show imaginable, you know, talking about the situation, bragging about how he totally blew Kayla's back out, you know, talking about his participation in the drugs and the child neglect and how long he went along with it. Like, to me, I think he would have been perfectly content going along with it forever if he had been allowed to stay. The issue, I think, is that, like, they deliberately wanted to kick Aaron out so they could just have April, right? Because Aaron is just, like, he's an ugly motherfucker. Like, he's annoying. Nobody likes him. Not even his own fans like him, really, right? Like, of course his wife was anxious to go for an upgrade. So, like, she decided she would rather be in a three-way relationship with Nick and Kayla than put up with Aaron, right? If you watch the hot tub stream, you can see this, right? Like, if you actually look at, like, what April and Kayla are, like, saying to each other, like, April literally says, is this a sister-wife situation, right? If you don't know, like, that's what you call, like, girls in a harem, right? Sister wives. So, like, yeah, like, she was already fucking Nick at that point when the hot tub stream happened. And, like, you can see, like, how far she's sitting away from Aaron compared to Nick and Kayla, who are like right next to each other. Like there was already like friction between them, right? You know, again, he divorced her about a month after that happened, right? So that's really telling, like where things were at that point. But yeah, like 100%. That's one of the reasons why I knew I had to come on tonight. Like I hope he talks about Aaron because he's been very silent about that so far. So if that happens, that's going to be like a big deal, I think. Let's see. I turned to A-Log Nick and just saw the Rumble Studio logo. And it's been like that for 4 minutes. The history of the stream is 2 FPS and looks like it was recorded on an actual potato. I wonder how much of this is the fault of Rumble Studio, a piece of Pajitware that probably doesn't work if you don't have a super good internet connection, and how much is Nick Rekieta being technically inept. Okay, still got caught. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, I think Rekieta is just incompetent in general, right? He's probably spending all of his time not on stream, like getting high and like banging his broads, right? He's not like upkeeping his equipment, his house, like taking care of his kids. He's not doing anything. I'm really curious, like, what he's gonna say here. Like, but anyway. Again, he can't even stream right anymore. That's how like far he's gone. Is that like he can't even fix a simple technical problem. And like, what's more, he scheduled this stream, right? I don't know about you guys, but like, when I have stream problems, right? You know, I just release a statement saying that like I can't stream for like, oh yeah, the power's out or like whatever. Like that's all you really have to do. But Nick he always has to stream right at midnight. He always has to do this thing, like, and It's just not working out for him, right? The schedule doesn't work. He doesn't cover good topics when he's on stream. Like, it's gonna be really amazing seeing him cope and see like tonight. I really think, like, my opinion, from the Nostradamus himself, like, my opinion is that this is gonna be another big blunder stream. Like, this is gonna be a major, major L for him. Like, I do think this is gonna be like another just insane situation. Like, insane. He ended it on YouTube? Really? Oh, he did. Okay. So he's gonna make another one probably. Yeah, 10-minute long stream. What an idiot. Okay. So we get no stream tonight. Wow. I don't know. I'm disappointed. This was a huge blunder. I knew it was gonna be bad, but that's so bad I can't even work with it. Wow, that's it. What a letdown. That's like, wow. Rekieta ended the stream. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, guys, that's the stream for tonight. Like, unbelievable. Has he like given an update? Let's see. Let's check locals. Streaming tonight. He hasn't updated it. Like, what are you doing, Nick? This is going great. Okay. Okay. He can't even, like, show up to, oops, hang on. He can't even stream properly. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand how that's even possible. Impotent even when streaming. Tonight's stream was a banger. Yeah, everyone is just like, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. Like, is April to blame for this? Is this Kayla? Okay, wow, what a letdown. Like, he's gonna have to come back. Like, he's never gonna leave this down, let this down if he doesn't come back after this. But I mean, I guess we have more time to like go over the lore. But this is all anybody's gonna want to talk about, like how the stream isn't. You know, like, that was a fantastic stream, short to the point, and Nick really put all the haters in their place once and for all. I'm Team Baldo. I'm gonna buy a Baldo after that. Like, I bet some woman in my life would really appreciate that. Like getting Baldo. Alright. We lost a hero. Yeah, how incompetent can you get? So that was a 10-minute stream where, like, it was potato quality. He was muted. Like, he was running at, like, 2 FPS. Like, all he could say was, like, hold on, guys, I'm going to fix it. And then he just shuts the stream down. And, like, he just doesn't. Like, that's the stream for today, guys. Like, unbelievable. Going live for a locals exclusive. Going live here for a personal announcement. Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, good thing the live. Okay. Good thing I'm on locals. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. So he has a major announcement. Yeah, he alluded to that in his initial post. Okay. Pre-order American Eagle today. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's going live on locals apparently. I don't know why. Does he not want people to know what the big announcement is? I wish I had a Kiwi Farms account so I could like tell them this. If any of you are on there, like let them know this that like he's doing a locals exclusive now. Like, if someone could do that, that would be great. But, yeah. We're gonna have to see, like, when is this gonna work? Why would he switch from YouTube and Rumble to locals? Like, what a fucking retard. Again, we're off to a great start. Like, really? He can't figure out, like, how to stream? Racket's got April pregnant. Very gay. That'd be just what the farms needs. That'd be, like, I heard she was barren. Like, she can't have children. So she's, like, born to be a thought. Like, I don't know how true that is, but... I mean, she is, like, I don't know. She's, like, almost 30, so... No, she is 30, isn't she? She has to be. No, she'll be 30 in a couple months. Yeah, she was, December... I hate that I know so much about these people. I know her birthday now. It's December 19th, I think. Or 21st. No, it's 19th. My cousin has, like, 19th or 21st. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, 1994. So, yeah, she would be, she's gonna be 30 in a couple of months. Is he gonna dump her the instant she turns 30? Is he gonna pull, like, an Armored Skeptic? Like, how he did, like, Shoe on Head? Aw, man, that sounds like something Nick desperately wishes he could do. Late to his own funeral. Yeah, what's the chat like? Run into the hug box at its paywall. Okay, so, like, he just went to a hug box. Boomer away. Pre-order American Evil today. Okay, he's fucked up and hiding it. Okay. Okay. I mean, like, I'm on locals, though, so this isn't gonna work. Unless he, like, bans me, but I don't think he's, like, lucid enough to do that. No, did he end this stream, too? Like, we know he ended the Rumble and... Okay, so he ended the Rumble and YouTube thing, but now he says he's going on locals for an exclusive. So, like, oh, here he goes. Okay, here he goes.
How
he
we
moved.
doing?
What a retard.
How we
He
doing
moved?
today? It's really fucking dark in here. Oh well.
Look at that nose.
Okay. So I don't know what's going on with Rumble Studio, but it was grabbing my camera at a bitrate that was too low. And I don't know why. There's not anything I could do to make that
You can adjust the bit rate.
happen differently.
What are you talking? You can go into the settings and adjust the bit rate.
Oh, we'd have to wait 15 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I have the lights down like bluish, but it doesn't really come across with this ring light, so I'll probably turn.
But why did he switch platforms? Like, I'm really curious.
I can't because I have to use my phone. Hold on. Is this gonna work? No? 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 Nothing? Nothing works anymore.
Yep, I'm live. Yep.
Okay, never mind.
Hello, Kiwi Farms. Yep.
We're gonna stick with this lighting. Man, I hope you guys are doing well. I have been... Oh my god. Can I sing? This thing is less straight than me.
Oh no, he's an idiot! Holy shit!
Let's switch to...
Is this what this is about?
We are
He's coming out?
Supporters only. Please feel free to...
No, he's 100% gay.
Subscribe to locals. You have 1 minute to do so. I have a Fresca. Who drinks Fresca?
He's gonna come out as gay.
Sparkling soda water.
That's confirmation.
We're gonna wait until the whole thing. I don't know why.
I saw like 3 gay tells there.
Video for supporters only. It's like, no. You gotta lure them in. You gotta lure them in. and then switch it to supporters only so they'll subscribe. I'm like, but
Is the
that's
sound
not
all right,
what
guys?
people tend to do.
Hello. Is the sound all right, guys?
I owe you 3 weeks of streams. I do. You know, shockingly, I've been up to stuff.
Like what?
And,
Sucking cocks?
You know, that's kind of like why. I guess it's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming. The other part is like crippling depression.
Oh, no. What about the lawsuit?
Don't
you idiot!
ever find yourself on the ass end of the government. Don't do it. It's not a great place to be. It's not a good look. It's not fun. And
So don't do anything illegal.
It's
Don't do drugs. Don't get the polycule relationship.
It's never fucking ending. Also, most you can't afford it. You can't afford it. I can't. Nobody can afford this shit. No one can afford to fight these charges. I guess I don't know. What do you want to say? Like the situation is what it is. It's not just the charges. You're not just fighting the charges. You're fighting everything.
So he's trying to like control the narrative.
There we go.
That's what he's talking about. He's having problems. Like,
hopefully, it doesn't do that all night.
Yeah, even the phone is giving him problems. He has to be incompetent. Wow.
Oh my god. Very little can put me in a good mood. But I'm in one right now.
It's not that loud.
I'm actually in one right now. Here's the deal, guys.
Let me see if I can raise it.
I have a personal announcement. I've been wanting to do it for a while now. On September 11th, hashtag never forget, I completed recovery. Is that what you call it? It's not rehab. It's not rehab. Don't get me wrong, because it was, first of all, it's outpatient.
That is not so.
Second of all, it was really quick.
I thought you said you were.
Oh my fucking hell.
Yep, it keeps shorting out.
Locals is going to do this all night.
Yeah, so that's on his end, right? The sound problem.
Locals is going to do this all fucking night.
The lagging, it's on his end.
We'll probably keep this pretty short.
Yeah, so like he completed his alcohol thing. So now he's celebrating it because he can.
Back to it.
Is that what
I was never diagnosed with substance use disorder.
Oh.
It's very important for a lot of reasons that don't really fucking matter in real life, but they matter in the world of legal things. But
wow, so I did
go to recovery.
So he's been diagnosed with a drug abuse thing,
something called relapse prevention, where they try to make sure you don't do drugs. I guess.
But I thought you didn't do drugs.
And in celebration of completing it, I thought I'd have a little Coke. Right? I thought I'd do that with you guys.
Wasn't funny the first time you did it.
We just have a little Coke here to celebrate my graduation from recovery. And
he doesn't sound happy. It's like he knows that like nobody's gonna buy this shit.
You know,
that he's gonna like immediately end the stream and just immediately put the real Coke on the table. Like right in front of all 5 of his kids.
Here's the thing.
And just snort all of it. Like
people have there's a lot of chatter or whatever out there about like what I've been doing and how much I hate my life and my kids and everything.
He sounds
which is why I'm obviously just sitting around snorting cocaine and drinking a bunch.
Yeah, he's openly talking about the cocaine usage.
Which isn't true. That sounds fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not true.
It's not true. I did not do it.
Something like 5 to 7 urinalysis a week. I'm sure there are ways to try and fudge the 50-year system of urinalysis, but it's not like easy to do, I don't think. And the easier thing is to just not try to do that, because when the government says, hey, like, don't do drugs or liquor, you just don't do the drugs or liquor. That's the easy answer for some people. Now, some people it's not so hard or not so simple, right?
So he's saying he has to do drugs and drink?
with a bunch of other people, and they were cool. Like, they were cool, but they're all drug addicts, so of course they're cool or whatever. That wasn't conducive to recovery.
So like,
no,
yeah,
but
so
they're all like really nice
has-
guys and stuff. They're all just mostly addicted to
so
meth.
he's basically legally considered an addict.
Now, I
now,
don't know
is
if
what
you
I'm
know
getting
anything
from this.
about meth,
That like he's seriously
but a
messed
meth
up.
addiction is not like
Like it's clinical. He's clinically
addiction
diagnosed
to
as an addict now.
much
That's what I'm
else.
taking away from this. Wow.
There was a fentanyl guy too, but mostly meth. And it's not the same thing, and you realize that you're not. Well, I realized that I was not in the same like caliber of issue that some of these guys were, and it was really interesting. Now, of course,
Yeah, he's a
they have
lot
different
more
programs than
lucid
me,
and
right?
manipulative than most of
It
the
was
people.
supposed to be that way. Some of them are in there for like a year. And again, it's outpatient, but I don't know. It's like
So
5 hours
basically,
a
he
day.
had enough resources
Very
to
aggressive.
get out of like
But,
rehab early. Is
Some
what
of those
I'm getting
guys
from
are in
this.
there for like a year,
Like a-
and
like
they
an
have to
actual
show up
celebrity.
2-3 times a week.
That's what I'm getting. from
Whereas
this.
for me, they're like, show up once a week if you want. But then I could show up more. I typically went 3 times a week until I was.
Man, why is this stream so garbage? What an idiot!
Because I wanted to get finished. Did they take your shoelaces? No. Again, it was outpatient. It wasn't. I wasn't in a place. I went there in the morning, and then I went like it was like a class kind of. You just I'm like in with like a group, and you talked about your feelings.
So he's an addict.
and
The
stuff.
government
And some
made
people
an
like got
attendance
mad through
class,
phones, and other people made.
but
ramen
because he
and
was showing up,
watched
they didn't like force him to do it. Is what I'm getting from this. Like, the way it looks to me is that he was showing up sober,
But
manipulating people so he could get out as
It's,
early as possible. Is my understanding of this. That's probably what happened to like
it's
make it.
it's
very,
interesting
very
being
wide.
in a place where, like, you do drugs. You do drugs to like go party. Locals is gonna make me. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's on his
fucking
end.
pop.
Yeah. it's on his
Um,
end. This stream is awful from a technical
You do
standpoint.
drugs to like go party and have fun.
You can't
and then the
blame
government's like,
locals for this. When
You need to do
already had
something about your drug problem. It's
issues
like,
on all the
you're
other
like,
ones.
well, I could just not do drugs. Like, that's fine. You just try that. Like, can we just do that one? Like, that's cool. They're like, no, you have to do a class that says you're not doing drugs. Like, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't even want to do them.
What?
And they're like, no, you gotta go do this. So it's okay. So you go in there and you're sitting next to someone who cannot leave building without a supervisor, because if they leave the building, they'll go buy meth. And you're like, I don't feel like I belong here because I don't want to go do that at all. And I don't have like there's never a compulsive need to do it, but the
Yeah, so
government
he's
has like
coping.
a
Yeah,
checklist.
so he's
that
coping.
they
Yeah,
go
so he
through.
has been diagnosed as an
And
addict.
they go, okay,
But he's trying to like pretend that he doesn't belong.
we have this
with
situation.
that label. I
Here's
think.
what we do, and that will make the person better.
So he's trying to make the responsibility go away.
And I'm just
right?
like, this doesn't work
he wants to get to the point
at
where the
all,
government
because
isn't
I have
supervising
no.
him.
I mean, again, the not doing drugs is easy. I don't know if you guys know
Okay, then why
this.
don't you do it, Nick? Why did you ever do it to
Yes,
begin
the
with?
majority of you are not doing drugs right now. I said this
mean,
before, I'll say
I
it
have
again.
water.
And I know there are
None of this
addicts who get
coke
offended
shit.
by this, but not doing drugs is pretty damn simple. It's the default state of humanity to not be doing them. And so people are like, well, how do you not do drugs? Like, well, you just kind of like don't do it. You don't do it at all. And they're like, well, how do you not drink alcohol? It's like, well, miserably, but you just don't drink alcohol. And so,
So he's addicted to both
that's
drugs and
like
alcohol.
how normal people are. But when you have addicts, they can't not do it.
Well, how does this relate to you, Nick? Why were you
They
there?
can't not do
What's your
the
coke
drugs
for
or
that?
the liquor or whatever it is, like gambling addictions, whatever it is they're addicted to. They can't do that, and it was interesting being around that because like you hear about it, but unless you've dealt with an addict or two, like you don't ever experience that.
So unless you're
it
in my
doesn't make
audience
sense
right now.
Like to your brain, it doesn't make sense. For me, I love whiskey. I think it's great. I can't wait for when I can just have a glass of whiskey again. It'll be fantastic. And I absolutely
It's
will.
called being an addict, Nick.
That being said, in the meanwhile, the government's like, you can't have whiskey right now. And I was like, all right. And the day they told me to stop having any alcohol, was like, that was the day I stopped having any alcohol. And it wasn't difficult to not have it. Like, there was no concern.
So like he got rid of all
Some
the
people,
alcohol
they're
bottles
like,
in his
well,
room. Okay.
You're gonna
But he looked
go
drunk
out
during a lot of streams after that happened.
have liquor, and it's like, but
So he
why?
was probably still drinking. He was trying to make it not
like you're gonna
obvious
get
he
in
was.
trouble, big trouble if you do that. So why would you do it?
Yeah, that's right. He failed the test.
And I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand how addiction functions in some people's brains that way because, like, it's not my experience. So that was a really interesting part of recovery. Was being in a place with.
Let's be real. The only difference between
like
Nick and the average addict is that he actually has money. That's it. That's the only difference.
Lady Raggeds and I have never had that issue with anything at all.
Oh, sure.
Touch the screen.
What about April, though?
Erratic now.
You forgot to mention April.
It was like,
what about the other woman in the house?
I'm not going to do it. Ryan, don't tell me to touch things. Goodness gracious.
Look, he's drinking Coke right now.
But it was I've never had to deal like with addicts, and I don't want to oversell.
Right now.
I don't want to oversell.
I agree. I said
here.
the same thing.
I didn't
when
have to
the
deal
stream
with
started.
addicts.
Yes,
I got to
think
hang
so,
out
too.
with addicts in a safe
He
setting.
does not seem lucid.
With his group
like
environment.
he's just rambling about nothing, trying to gaslight us into thinking he's.
I want to get
good,
this video.
No, he's never gonna.
I want to get this video. Promise One PS says I'm addicted to food and porn, but I'm still not as fat as Sean. I don't know how that guy does it. At some point, you have to try to keep gaining. Like it's like a negative event horizon. Like you have to really work on ingesting food, and the problem is you expend calories trying to get more in. But no, I was one of the videos we had to watch, guys. I was dying because it's a video called Lapse, Relapse, and Prolapse.
Didn't Keto Casino
It's
cover
got a
these
black
videos?
guy
Didn't we talk about this earlier? I think we did.
Talking about prolapse with the white chick, and the black guy's like, when I was on cocaine, I would have a prolapse every weekend, and I'm like, bro, stop, please, don't ever say that sentence again. Please don't do that. And I don't know why they were so intent on saying it, but it was good. It was good, but mostly, recovery was they combine like a mental health thing, and they combine that with substance use, I guess, and they put you in a room. And this is what I want to stress to you. I'm sure recovery works for some people.
Oh, so he's saying he's so special.
But the program that they had me do just didn't amount to much of anything. And it's fine, because like I said, I don't care. Like I don't.
Okay, so he's seething about the program.
Have any
Why?
desire to go?
Is it because it didn't work, or because you didn't want to go?
So it's not a big deal. But I was like, what good did this do anybody? Like what? If some of these guys are in there for a really long time, they're in there for a year, and they're not all in there because the court requires them to be in there. And so, like, for them, it's not the same thing. Like, if they're struggling with addiction and they
die of their
fuck up
addictions,
and they're like, oh, well, they go and grab an 8-ball of meth or whatever. They don't go to prison because they're not on probation. Some of them are, but not all of them.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It was an interesting
He
experience.
denied it was rehab, but it sounds an awful lot like rehab.
back where I was getting before our locals cut off, and I had to press my screen. I wanted to just say there's just been a lot of talk about like all the things I'm not doing and accountability and accepting responsibility. And it's funny because there's a bunch of people out there who talk about doing that. And it's that they're like, oh, this is what someone has to do. But that's, it's just a concept to them. Like they're not being asked to accept responsibility or take accountability of anything they've done, like in any real way at the time. They're just pontificating about it.
Nobody ever said getting over an addiction was easy.
People to do,
but like you do have to do it.
But people want
here's
like
what
an
you have to do to make it
result.
happen.
And they want all of this stuff.
So he's hoping that he can't just end his addiction.
Have its like the whole story play out. But the story is not so quick, and the telling of the story doesn't get to be fast because we're on a government timetable. It's not mine. And so it's like people.
So the government knows he's an addict.
I got phone calls
They're sending him to rehab, and he's coping about it.
I was arrested. That said, plea out, go to rehab and plea out this week. And I'm like, you can't even do that. Like you can't. You're not going to get the county attorney here.
I'm not an addict, so I don't know what rehab
ready,
is like. But
and you're not going to negotiate one out.
I'm going to assume Nick doesn't know what he's talking about either.
You could in, New York or LA or Chicago or a large jurisdiction where they handle a bunch of drug cases.
Oh, he's going to play this county court again.
Like, for reference, my case number is 341. That means in Candy, Ohio County in 2024, my case on May 23rd, was the 341st case in the county. All right? That's how the numbering scheme goes. The 341st case. That's not a lot of crime. Right? That's 5 months into the year, they have 340 cases. Now, if you contrast that with someone who's charged with something up in St. Cloud, for example, who just had a hearing, his case number is 6910. Now, granted, there's several months of time between those two charges. You go from May to August. But that's 3 more months. And we're almost 7,000 cases in that county versus 340 cases in mine. And if the progression is linear, it would have been around 700 to 800 cases in my county. Actually, if you look at April's case, you can find out kind of that linear progression of case numbers that they've had. Whereas the other one is significantly higher. Different counties have different ways of dealing things. Just weren't going to get through that case in a week. It wasn't going to happen. They don't have the same machine. That being said, the other part of that was people said, go to rehab. Check yourself into rehab. And people wanted me to go to inpatient rehab to do 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. And they're like, that'll be good. And that's not how rehab works. It's also not how the law works. And it wouldn't have made any sense to do so. It's like you're watching TV or something.
So people told him what he had to do.
You just go.
And he didn't want to do it.
You have to have a diagnosis, typically. Now, if you're rich and a celebrity, you can go to rehab, and that rehab is basically a really fucking nice detox resort. Sure, they have all of that stuff. But real people who have real problems and real court cases, you don't just go, I'm going to just run and I'll just check myself into rehab. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, who cares? I'll just be in there. You can't just do that. And pile that on with, we had a family law case going with our kids involved. We couldn't be gone for 6 to 8 weeks. They needed us here. They needed us to do various things and meet various goals to go ahead and resolve that.
So is he using his family as an excuse for why he couldn't go to rehab?
The criminal justice system is so much
What a piece of
different
shit.
than the
Like,
impact.
no, I
people
had to be
seem
there for my
give it.
kids. But
And it
where
clashes.
were you before? Like,
It clashes heavily with their expectations and their desires for a quickly resolved story. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. The story's got a long way to go.
It's gonna get worse.
says he's drunk.
It's not gonna get better, like he says. It's gonna get worse.
Guys, I have almost daily urinalysis tests going back to June. I can't drink. Oh my god.
Didn't he fail one test? Didn't we get confirmation for that? Kino Casino said he did, but I don't think I saw confirmation. So
it's not like again, it's not like you can just you can just go cheat them. They're randomized. But daily, that must be outrageously expensive. Okay, so yeah. Here's the thing. It's almost like I know how the county system works, right?
yeah, you know better than the people who
So
work
people were mad
for
at
the
me.
county.
Not mad at me. I don't know. People were critical of me posting bond. Now, of course, I wanted to post bond. My bond was $5,000, and as people have told me, I'm so dumb for doing this. But again, they don't realize the timeline we're on or anything like that. The idea was that I knew I didn't want to have to pay. If you're charged by the state of Minnesota with a drug or alcohol related crime, you have to pay for any testing that's done. Okay? So I posted bond, knowing that I would have to pay for all of the fucking testing. Now, got rid of that. There's no testing because there's no conditions.
Okay, so he
However,
doesn't have
in
to get
our
tested.
family law case, with the kids and all that shit, they
So what
put
spurred this
restrictions
on?
on
Why
us,
is he making
and
this
they
video
did
now?
the testing. But when the county does
Is
the
it
testing
just because the rehab
for
ended,
family
or is there
services,
something more to it?
they have to pay because it's not criminal court, and they don't. Part of their reduced expectations, like it's a huge infringement into your life and your liberty. And you have an inherent right to
I can't even
parent
keep
your
up with
children.
chat. I'm sorry,
The
guys.
state
It's
is
going so
reaching
bad.
in and stopping that
I'll
and
look
intervening
through it
there.
after we.
Part of the exchange of that is they have to pay for the testing that they want to do. So to let you know how much it costs is every time you take a P test, it is $75.
Yeah, this is the biggest stream I've ever had.
I know this because I have had to pay for several of them that we did voluntarily for various reasons at various points during these cases. Don't worry about it, but it's $75 a shot. If I would have had to be paying $75 a shot on every test coming up through here, I think I'm already past $5,000 based on how many tests I've done. And we're not even close. Like, if I win at Omnibus, it'll be done. And that's great. If I don't win at Omnibus, if we don't get our Franks hearing and we push towards going to trial, that's not going to be until December, January, maybe even February of next year. And those restrictions are going to stay, or would in theory stay in place. Now, obviously, I'm on unconditional bond, so eventually it's possible that I will not have a restriction. We'll see. But
no.
But in the meanwhile, still on the old monitoring, which is great.
Okay, so he's done with rehab, but they're still watching him.
But
Big Brother's watching you, Dick!
But you can't, here's the thing. You can't afford it. No one can afford this shit. And
no, he's complaining about the cost. He's running out of money.
It's brutal.
He's going broke.
It's really brutal on people who are indigent. It's really brutal on people who make middle class incomes.
We're not middle class.
And
who is this guy?
because they don't have the resources to keep the fight going.
You are not
You think
middle
I'm broken my
class.
brain? Dude,
You
there's
haven't
so much
just
I
done-
want to talk about that I
Your
can't. I
grandfather
have
was
to
an oil
stumble
baron.
through every fucking sentence, man. To see the system applied towards people who don't have any resources to fight is awful. And that's every guy I was sitting next to in recovery. like they don't know their basic rights. They don't know that when it's interesting to see, but they don't know that when family services tells you to do something, you could say no. G-Men NC says, what are your bond conditions? I'm on an unconditional bond, but again, as part of our family law case, we have monitoring.
This is why you shouldn't listen to YouTube lawyers, by the way.
So that'll end eventually. I don't know
Pokemon
the exact date,
but
on that date we'll be
Power World delusional. So. Ah, shit, we took a sip at the same time. Damn, I feel...
But there's, there's a whole lot of case left. And everybody just wants it done because they want the story to be out there and they want me to just spill the beans on whatever. And I posted this on Locals the other day. It's like, I read about strategizing. It's like, Nick is trying to do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, holy fuck, guys. I'm trying to not eat a bullet every day. Like that's where my focus is.
Literally,
it has nothing to do
because
you're like,
can't drink or do drugs.
He's doing this to try and make and it's like people think that I have anything that I can do in Aaron's case in St. Cloud, but I don't.
Oh, well.
Like I don't know that I'm even I guess I'm a potential witness, but I have no idea. If they would call me, like, they don't need me for the criminal act.
He's talking about Aaron. Come on.
They don't need me for it. Because I wasn't sitting there, I don't suppose, when he sent the message. I mean, I could see it on TV, right? Like everybody else.
Wife, right? Wouldn't you be involved?
But I'm not there. So they don't necessarily need my testimony because it wouldn't be
Why are you
any more
not
valuable. Now there are other aspects of it that they may ask for testimony about. They may need them, they may not. I don't know. We'll find out. But I don't have any say in that case. I don't have any say in how it's run. I've never talked to the DA. They've never talked to me. There's no people are like, oh, Nick is doing this, and it's like these aren't chess pieces. And it's not fun. And it's not it's not a game and it's not a drama show. Like I know you're watching our lives and it's dramatic. Please don't misunderstand me. I mean, it's not General Hospital, man. It's not a script. It's not Game of Thrones. There's no Targaryens being moved across a board. You know, why would Nick do this right now? I'm like, because that's life. Like, that's the life that you encounter at this point. And, the life you encounter is a product of your decisions that you've made leading up to the spot you're at. But that's the life that you encounter. Like, that moment that you have to make a choice, A or B. And people have no fucking clue. Like, because unless you've been in a similar situation, maybe you just don't understand the decision making that goes in. But you're not really.
I'm sure they're going crazy. This is insane. I'm sure people are picking up on all kinds of things.
Your choices aren't influenced by people gossiping on the internet. For one, for two, you're really not worried about all these legal maneuvers. You're desperately wanting your lawyer to find the right things and the magic words to make your case go away. Because lawyers are magicians. I had this discussion a long time ago, but lawyers are magicians. There's magic words. And if the right magic words get said, the magic trick happens and everything goes away. Houdini, David Copperfield, right? Like, there's drug charges, poof, and they're gone, right? Like, that's the magic words that I want my lawyer to find. That's what I'm doing. Like, I want that to happen. And so anything I can do to assist my lawyer in finding those magic words, that's what I'm trying to do.
So he's trying to
give you an idea of what that looks like on the average day. It's me pouring through discovery, watching video, listening to interviews, maybe researching cases, but not a lot of that because, we're not at the stage to be our paperwork's filed. So there's not anything for me to research right now. It's literally just going through discovery What do we have? What does the state have? Is the state following the rules? And the other part of that is me not saying something that will lock in a fact or eliminate a legal defense online.
So he's going live and
A lot
still
of lawyers
talking about the
talk
case
about,
when he
oh, you should
openly
shut the fuck up and not
acknowledges
say
that it's
anything
going to fuck him
online.
over.
Again,
what a retard.
yes, but practically that can be very difficult depending on who you are. Obviously, I have the ability to shut up for about 3 weeks. I've been wanting to stream for a couple days. Things just didn't work out over the past couple. But it's not so simple as just like shut up, or if you say something, it's bad. It's not always bad. Just because you talk about your case doesn't mean you're locking down a specific thing or eliminating a specific defense. A lot of times there are facts that you can relay or things that you can say that are already really well established and public. It's like, for example, I was pulled over I was stopped and a cop approached me on the day of my arrest in my car about a half a mile from my house. Like that happened. And nothing I say right there locks me into an answer that could have been something else. Like, there's no way I'm going to claim that I wasn't there because I was there. Like, that's where they got me. There's an officer who's got me there.
So is he coping about people like calling him out on the lies?
You know, like,
because I know a while back
that
he was claiming the officer lied.
There's nothing I need to worry about when I say that, because there's nothing about that scenario where I'm gonna get out of it.
I can't even piece this together. He's
land whale
so
out there
rattled.
telling you that certain. Oh my God!
He's not very coherent, is he?
Most of the time,
he's just
most of the time, people aren't talking about those types of issues. People being me.
Like,
most of the time, I'm not talking about any of those issues. If I'm talking about any facts, they're pretty well established. If I'm talking about legal defenses, I'm not locking myself into any legal defenses.
Release
I
the
haven't
body cam
discussed
footage,
legal
Nick.
strategy.
You're the one like
really
withholding it. Like,
I haven't
have
really
it released.
even discussed our motion paperwork.
And that'll like
we'll see
clear
how
you
it goes.
of any wrongdoing.
I didn't draft it. It's what my lawyer put forward. So I have to put my faith in this other person and let them go, right? And so in the meanwhile, just
Isn't
have
he
to wait.
complaining about his lawyers?
And you don't get to say too much, or you can, but I wouldn't recommend it, because even if you, things can be taken out of context really quickly, and they can try and use them against you. But the reality is, most of my day is spent thinking about my case.
That's the impression I get from
going through
this.
things. There's so much information. And I have, like, the way my brain works, I have to go through it over and over and over again. And so, that's kind of what I do. Even when I'm not physically reading something, I'm usually, I've got a pretty good mental picture of what it says, and I'm reading through it again. So, it's that. But that makes it kind of difficult to stream, because it's all I really want to talk about. And I do, quite a bit, because my case is pretty fascinating, and it's a shame, like, because I can't share the information that makes it fascinating, because there are legal strategy reasons I can't do that. I can't do that yet.
There's something he can't tell us.
If we use any of these things, they'll come out in motion paperwork or whatever. You'll see. But in the meanwhile, I just have to kind of
how he did lines of cocaine while banging Kayla and April at the same time. Hey, where'd he go? Nick's gone. Uh-oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay, where'd he go? Okay, now's a good time to get cut off in the chat. Maybe check Kiwi Farms. How long has it been? Yeah, the chat is hopping. I wish I could have kept up with this. Watch American Beauty already? I swear I'm going to. Like, I want to do it. I would do a live stream of it. Like, I would do an Amazon show, but they don't do that anymore. So, like, I haven't been able to do it, and I just can't bring myself to do it. Like, it's such a shame. I really wish I did watch it just so I could shit on it more effectively. But
sorry about that.
Oh,
Looks like we have a thunderstorm.
oh wow, really? Me too.
We have a thunderstorm that's about to hit. I didn't have any, like, I could just hear rumbling, and I was like, what the fuck is
Oh no,
going
it's
on
Rumble.
out there?
Rumble's coming
But,
for you. It's Aaron Yeager.
Nothing interesting going on. But yeah, there are things about my case, like, again, having to figure out how to say this stuff. The case is not straightforward. The case is not straightforward. Anyone who thinks the case is straightforward, I'm sorry.
You committed a crime and you got arrested.
There's
What's
a
not
factual
straightforward about
reality,
that?
and a procedural reality that makes the case much more complicated. And it's fascinating to talk about. I have to kind of detach because it's my life that, like, matters there. But no, I lament the fact that I can't actually talk about it, and watching other streamers have to kind of go through this. They're without all of the information, without access to it, and it's
But the same
it's
thing can
frustrating
be said
because
about all the
like,
cases
no,
that
don't you
cover,
see this? Don't
right?
you see this?
You
Don't
know,
you see
look
this?
at Ty Beard, right?
And
like we
they
didn't
don't,
know
they don't necessarily
that
see
he
it.
was causing
So
problems
we'll just
for
have to
Big
wait
until it was already over,
on
right?
some of it.
But
It
here
makes
you
it-
were, like,
like I said, it
shilling
makes it difficult to
for
stream.
him and
I
against the
had good
opposition.
topics tonight. Matthew Harris, the unbreaded guy, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity. I have a kind of a plan on what to do about that. But, that's, that happened. And then there's some sheriff, he shot a judge in Chambers, which is pretty wild. And then there was, oh man, I was going to talk. Todd Howard is bitching about Elder Scrolls 6. Now, I know some of you, like, probably don't care about Elder Scrolls 6, although it's like the most anticipated game ever or something. But, like, they've made it into an advertising nightmare for themselves, and they can't seem to work their way out of it. Also, Dr. Disrespect is back.
What does he mean,
Where I
Elder
guess
Scrolls
he was
6?
just like, I only said the
it
minor
sounds like
thing
he's
to be
describing
edgy.
Dragon Age.
Okay. All right. It
Elder
seems
Scrolls
like
6
everything's
is
just
a news
going
cycle.
shit generally.
I'm
I don't
beginning
know. Did you
to,
guys hear
right
that
now.
someone tried to
Nobody's
kill Trump
talking
again?
about Elder Scrolls
He's like,
6.
no, not today.
What's he talking about?
Not ever. Maybe tomorrow. Feel like it. I don't know. Well, we got to get by Trump Tower. The best assassins are really up there, shooting down on the rest of us. But these amateurs are not any good. We've got that. We've got Kamala. Like they're trying to do the
Okay, so he's talking
the
politics.
fucking sub in a presidential candidate with Kamala Harris. This year's fascinating, and I'm missing like all of it. But that's the way it goes. I don't know. People have a mixed response of Nick stream and then Nick never stream again. So I'm trying to be somewhere in the middle of that. But yeah, sorry, Grifty. I did miss all of your tips and jokes. I do apologize. So, we demand unbreaded. Stay tuned. I'm going to work out the problem. I'm not sure if I think it's probably just Rumble Studio, but maybe there's some other issue going on with Chrome. I'm not sure. I'll get it fixed, and then we'll get a regular stream going. I had like a full 2-hour stream tonight that I was supposed to do, but we'll get that going maybe tomorrow or Sunday.
Wait, is he ending the stream? So he's not going to talk about the Elder Scrolls 6. He's not going to talk about Trump and Kamala.
My schedule's really fucking erratic. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really help you guys.
So he covered the thing.
That is what I'm wanting to do.
In the video
again, having the weird stutter tonight really fucked it up.
Yeah.
So,
Judge
but I wanted to get out there and let you guys know that I like.
Nightmare.
Despite the fact that people think I'm just sitting around snorting drugs and drinking.
So he said.
I was actually going to recovery.
He spent less than a minute talking about what the video was supposed to be about.
Spent the entire time
pooping and seething about not being able to drink and do drugs.
That it's now past my recreational having someone watch me pee.
Wow.
And it's just all professional.
Wow. What an idiot.
But
That is
it's
like
great.
just paper.
And I'm probably gonna have to do that tomorrow too, which is cool. But anyways, I always look forward to seeing you guys. I really do, and looking to have this shit end so life can go back to some semblance of normal. Again, it's brutal, and the personal toll is way worse than the financial one. The financial one's really bad. It's not a call for anything. Like we're not doing that. I'm just saying, like, I marvel at anyone who goes through this system, and the people who've been through it know, like, it's brutal. So, anyways, chin up to me. So, anyways, chin up to me. We'll see you guys. Look, I do love the encouraging. If I'm not doing a show, it's for one major reason, and that's the show won't be any good. That's why I'm not doing it. Usually, it has to do with me. Something happens, I have to deal with something, and I'm just not in the place to do a show. Like it's not natural right now because my situation isn't natural to me. So I really do hate that, but that's the way it is. So thanks for sticking around, sticking with me. Grifty says, all jokes aside, keep your head up, bro. Plenty of people out here got your back. Let me know if there's anything my retarded ass can do to help. I really appreciate it, man. But I'll see you guys very soon. And like I said, I'm going to get I'll figure out whatever the fucking video issue was, and then we'll do a show. And Matthew Harris, I think, needs some love. So, all right, guys.
Wow. The live stream has ended. We are currently processing the video. What an idiot. What a terrible stream. Like, just awful. Just awful all around. Hang on, let's switch the thing. Okay. Awful stream, right? It's just him sitting there like an idiot, just coping and seething about his court case. Like, oh, I don't even know what he was complaining about. Like, oh, my rehab is over. Like, you would think that would be a good celebratory thing. Like, he was making it out to be a good thing, but the entire time he's sitting there just being like, oh man, the county's oppressing me, the government's oppressing me, like Kiwi Farms is mean to me. Like, come on. Like, unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Yeah. You're welcome, guys. I'm glad to be of service. I don't know if, like, anybody else was able to come on and, like, do this on such short notice, especially since it wasn't supposed to be a local stream. So I'm glad to be of service in the name of Harmon. But yes, by situation, being unnatural, he means sobriety. Yep. Nick complains about it because he didn't want to go and doesn't think he should have to. Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, like, it was just a coke session about that. Bless you for the restream. We're staying up for it. Yep, you're welcome. Hail Harmon. Yep. 07. Thanks. Yep. No problem. Yeah. Final thoughts. Like, how long was that video? Like, it can't have been more than an hour. Wasn't very long. Didn't talk about anything, like, in relation to everything else that's happened lately. Like, it's just entirely about his court case, which he specifically says in his video that he shouldn't talk about. Like, it's so stupid. It's unbelievable. Like, again, I've said this before, but, like, ideally, well, if he was smart, he wouldn't be streaming at all. But he's coming on every day, like, being like, oh, the government, man. Like, Big Brother, man. Like, shut up. Yeah, he was definitely on it. Couldn't stand straight, waving his arms, looking around. Yeah, it was like the slur of his voice and, like, how incoherent he was for me. Like, he was not making his point clear at all. Like, this entire stream, real talk, could have been condensed into 5 minutes, right? He could have been like, hey, guys, I was in rehab. I'm out now. Let's celebrate with some Coke. And then, like, there. That's the end of the stream, right? But no. Like, he spent an hour just rambling about nothing. He also tried to gain sympathy by saying all the people he was in rehab with couldn't afford legal help. Yeah, he has been doing that a lot lately. Like, he has been doing that a lot lately, yeah. I hope he didn't give them any legal advice. Ooh, that would have been bad. 45-minute stream. Yeah. Rekieta isn't exactly a smart man. If he went to rehab, he was making connections. 100 watching. Wow, must be a record for you. Yep. I think it is. Yeah. I got like about 50 during the Game Awards last year, but recovery failed, which is not surprising. So true, King Harmon. The slurring and relative monotone of someone who was trying really hard to concentrate on appearing sober. Big nose babbling. Yeah, like he didn't accomplish anything with this stream, right? If anything, it just makes him look worse. You know, like again, I don't know why he made the decision to go on locals. Like probably because he knew it would. He needed to be in his hug box because he already failed to set up Rumble and YouTube, right? So he ends those streams, goes on locals, and then does this short stream. Like, why? For what purpose? Like, Power World's lawyers will save Rekieta. I'm sure. If anyone can do it, it's those guys. Okay. Was the announcement make you enjoy watching someone pee? That's a classic quote at the end. You guys thought I was sitting around snorting drugs, but actually I was in recovery. I don't know about you guys, but I sure feel owned right now. Everyone is wrong about his case because they don't understand small-town justice. Let's see. This is just a summary. Try not yelling as much. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, this was a spur-of-the-moment thing, so. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, if I'm the only person restreaming this, like, maybe I should not do the commentary live. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, though. I mean, Alyssa will probably watch the thing. We'll upload it eventually, so I don't know. I think Alyssa is going to upload it like unedited. Right. We need like different takes on it, right? You know, Alyssa's good at like showing raw footage, but then I can also like give some insights and like explain why things are ridiculous or how it contradicts previous information. So no, I think I did the right thing this time, but not that I'm against like uploading pure clips, but yeah, I would say just wait for the chatette Alyssa clips to upload her pure unedited footage. He's striking videos now. I have heard that, but like I have not been affected by that, so I don't know if that's happening. If it is, like I will get in touch with someone, and Kiwi Farms will know about it. So again, we'll see. Like I got like when I got copyright struck by Liam Robertson of Did You Know Gaming, right? Like that became like pretty big news for like a day, right? Like his audience was coping about it. He was seething about it on Twitter. You know, Smash JT like responded to it. Like it was pretty big. It was a pretty big deal. Like you can't really get away with doing that, like in this day and age. So if he does it, yeah, I will let you know, like immediately. If he tries, I'm counting on you guys to like make sure everybody knows about it. So yeah. He was trying to provide fair use commentary based. That's a good way to look at it. Okay. But yeah. I don't know. Is there anything more to say, or should I like call it quits for the night? I don't know. I guess we could do like predictions of the future, right? So we know he's still being monitored by the government, right? So we know he's still not allowed to take he's still not allowed to drink or do drugs, right? They're still watching him. Like the court case is still ongoing, and he claimed that like it isn't going to go to trial until like December, January, or February, I think. So we have like another 6 months of this. he's like already going insane. Like he's already suicide baiting, right? He's already like talking about all this nonsense, right? Yeah, I think he is going to regress, right? I do think things are going to get worse, is my my prediction for the future. I've always been saying that, but I can't emphasize this enough. Things are going to get worse. So, with that being said, yeah, I think that's all I needed to talk about today. It was a short stream. He didn't cover a whole lot. I hope I can come back on and talk about him again in the future, but I don't know when that's going to be. Like, when is he going to go live again, right? Like, after how big of a failure this stream was, I can't imagine him, like, coming out anytime soon. But, yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and